Hey, I'm Selman, and this is a special YALLFest episode of EverNever TV.
Hi guys, JoAnn here with part 1 of our YALLFest episodes. We had so much fun at the festival, and in between signings and panels, Ramon and I gave your favorite authors a special version of the Good or Evil quiz. How'd everyone do? Let's find out. First question, what's the most evil thing you've ever done?
Oh my god. What is the most evil thing I've ever done?
First question, what's the most evil thing you've ever done?
Oh my god! I kill characters for a living. Most evil thing? Do I have to tell the truth?
Oh, the most evil thing I've ever done is actually evil, and I can't believe I'm telling you this, but when I was in high school, I was driving through a parking lot to get from like one side of the street to a movie theater, which was like on the other side of the parking lot. There's these two women that were walking like on the sidewalk right by it, and for some reason as we were driving by, I just laid on my horn, and they both jumped. That's my answer. That was bad. I'm very sorry, ladies. That was not something I should have done.
That I've done. I've like let my brother take some like flack for stuff I've done, and he's gotten in like real trouble with my parents, and I'm like, I didn't do it, and he's like, you're a jerk.
Older or younger brother?
Older. Evil younger sibling. Meh.
Have you ever done something evil vicariously through one of your characters?
I don't think so. Oh, yes. Yes.
I don't tend to go that way. I like my characters to see something bad and then take action that's probably not something I could ever do, but I get to live that through my characters.
No, but I'm going to.
What's your favorite thing to do while taking a break from and/or procrastinating on writing?
Strangely, I like to read now in the middle of writing, and I know a lot of people stay away from writing. They stay away from reading while they're doing their work, and I get that because you can get a different voice in your head. But for me, mostly nonfiction, but it's just like a good break. Just let somebody else take a story for a while, and sometimes it can get me out of a jam.
Eating chocolate. Actually, let's be more specific. Leaving my office, walking down the street to Whole Foods, buying Green and Black's almond chocolate, milk chocolate bars, and then consuming the entire thing in about 10 minutes. I like to draw, and I like to watch soap operas. I used to write them. I draw like characters and people. Yeah, so I'll draw like my last time was a Snow Queen drawing, and I put them on Instagram, and I have contests and stuff for kids because I love that stuff.
I take my dog for a walk usually. It's nice to get out and while you're procrastinating.
Online shopping.
A malevolent witch is destroying all the stories in the world, but she takes a liking to you and allows you to save one of your books. Which one would you save?
Aww, whichever one I'm writing.
Really?
Yeah, because that can continue.
It's like picking a kid in a fire.
I mean, probably my first book, Shug. That was my first book.
Yeah. I picked the statistical probability of love at first sight just because that book means a lot to me.
I would save Nemesis.
Yeah.
That was definitely because it's all mine. All mine.
Oh my god. I have like 30 books. I would save probably the first Pretty Little Liars, because then I could write them all over again.
Oh.
If you found a magical pen that gave you the ability to write a best-selling book in a week, would you A. Tell no one and write enough books to be rich for the rest of your life? B. Tell your closest writer friends and use it amongst yourselves? C. Give it to a creative writing program to help students learn how to write? Or D. Rent it out for even more money along with using it yourself?
Rent it out for even more money and also use it myself.
Yes!
Clearly, that is the smart thing to do. Come on.
You're the only one who's chosen it.
Of course, let's be businessmen here. Come on.
I think you're leaning
I think my friends have had an influence on me. I didn't used to be this bad.
It's funny
Yeah.
because in the School for Good and Evil, there is an evil character in the School for Evil who loves chocolate and is influenced by her friends to be more evil. So
That's totally you!
that's you.
Okay, I would say I would keep it for myself, but I don't want to write them all in 1 week. I would want to keep the pen for life. I don't.
I mean, you can't keep the pen for life.
Yeah, I never want to. I would not share.
Never. She's a never.
I'm definitely a never.
Why?
I knew that before we started, actually.
Oh no, definitely A.
A?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I've solidified my evilness there.
And he snickered at the community one.
Blend it out for creative
evil.
writing.
Yeah, you're never.
The creative writing program.
That cancels out all the other ones.
I'm sorry, I think that would be very nice. I think that would make people very happy. I'd probably go B.
Yeah, I would really like like to think I'd go C, but I actually think I'd go B too. Not proud of it.
I think you still both came out good. You're both pretty.
We're not evil? Thank God.
So there you have it. Want to find out who else is in Never or Ever? Tune in next week for part 2, in which we interview even more authors.